Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast. Or I did if you wanted to debate somebody on the show. Sure. Somebody who kind of goes back and forth with on
I got some good ones on him, so whenever you want. I'm ready to talk about my trolls. So,
well, you know what? We're here to talk about whatever. So
talk about it, man.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the What It Do podcast. In the studio again, Mr. Virgil Pacetti.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back. We
Thank
appreciate you.
Thank you for coming, guy.
Man, how long has it been? About a good 6 months now?
Since February.
Yeah.
Before
the bond election.
Yeah. And you know what? You were right when you were talking. We were talking about that election in May, about how they did that whole research thing and how in May nobody really shows up. So I showed up, and you're right. I was the only person there in my district at that place that voted that morning. I was there for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There was nobody else there other than me and the people that worked there. Compared to November, for the presidential election, there was a line down the street. Yeah, it was it was sad. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, because I came through, there was people holding signs and shit, right? And I was going down, because I went to, was it the fucking church right there by Taco Bell on Sherwood Way?
Mm-hmm.
And
the one that used to be at a theater.
Yeah,
that used to
I
be.
didn't know it was a theater. I thought it was always a church.
No, so it used to be, there was a theater in Beauregard. You know, they had two there, and then that had three screens.
Sherwood Lanes?
No. It's next door to the Outdoorsman.
So
the
Village.
The Village.
So
they had two screens there,
right.
and then that church had two or three, and then the fancy one was next door to where Harbor Freight is, and that one had 7.
Oh yeah, and then of course I think at that time was the movies in the mall still open, or was that closed already?
Yeah, they were still there.
Oh shit!
So you had like 4 different places. And then that Gold's Gym was the $1 one.
Yeah,
that's right. $1.50 movies, man.
I missed that, man. It was kind of janky because you go in, you're like, all right, $1.50. No one's gonna vacuum the fucking floors.
The floor is kind of sticky.
Yeah,
there's nobody cleans it
popcorn
up.
everywhere, and I'm like, man. I was like,
you walk in with $5 like you're the king. You're like, hey, I got them.
I got all these guys.
I got all these fools.
But y'all got to eat y'all's own popcorn.
And then because you always wonder, I was like, wow, why did they put these ugly ass carpets in here? It was because it hides all the stains.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I went and fucking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and vote. I'm gonna do my part, man. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, well, what the fuck, man? All this talk and no one fucking.
Nobody shows up, man. It's kind of sad because like people don't realize how serious local elections actually do affect you compared to national elections. Yes, those affect you too, but not on the level that local elections affect you.
Almost immediate, right?
Oh yeah, you're gonna feel that in your pocketbook every year. You know, you just are. Are you recording on your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
So essentially, they had enough votes between Santa Rita. So Santa Rita had Dr. Kingman running for his spot with unopposed. And he got more votes than the total of Cardenas and the other lady.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Because Santa Rita votes so strong.
Yeah.
So that showed you where their core. So those votes and the people that worked for the district was enough to get it.
Yeah.
And then, all that advertising they were doing, the vote yes for the kids or whatever. So they had a $50,000 slush fund. 15,000 of it was the guy that used to own Jack's. He doesn't even own anything here anymore. He doesn't.
He lives here though?
I don't think so.
What the hell?
I think he's in Midland, right?
Yeah,
from Midland.
And he sold his 2 Jacks, so he doesn't even own anything in San Angelo.
Wow.
So he put in 15,000, and then one of the haters, Elizabeth Chambers, whatever, or Elizabeth something Chambers. Her mom, I think they're from the pool money, the old pool company.
Oh shit! Okay.
Her mom put in $5,000. Dr. Kingman put in $5,000. Dindal, who owns the plumbing place that gets all the supplies bought from him,
Okay.
he put in $5,000, and I think Mills put in $5,000. The CFO, Dr. Brandon, he put in $1,000, and then Dr. Moron put in $500.
So it's literally all about money.
So
it's all about who's got money to
well,
pay to play.
the smartest one was Dindal. because he already got his money back because last month they bought $25,000 worth of plumbing supplies from him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then of that 400 million, I did that calculation. He's going to get at least 6 million of it bought from him. So he turned 5,000 into 6 million.
Man, that's a good fucking bet right there.
That's an investment.
Yeah.
And his district, every one of the elementaries in his district are an F.
So I know you. I saw you post that.
So he's advocating for the kids, but all he's doing is selling plumbing supplies.
He's just looking for his own personal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about the kids. Oh man, that's sad. That's sad.
I mean, if you're gonna turn 5,000 into 6 million, shit,
Well, I mean, you can't blame him.
No, hell no. I would do it too.
I wonder what
think
the median income level for the Santa Rita district is. That'd be interesting to know.
Well, you know how right now they're all upset here locally, not here locally, but in Texas because of the gerrymandering.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the Democrats left and they said you can't have a quorum, and you know everybody's freaking out and da da da. And look how they're drawing the lines. And have you ever looked at the ones for San Angelo?
No.
So like Cardenas, she's got like this huge area, and then Santa Rita's this big. It's got one school in it.
Yeah.
And he represents 130 students that actually go to Santa Rita.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And
So that small area is actually controlling what's happening throughout
Yes.
the whole town.
And so now so I've always said, you know, who actually runs the town? This is the first time we can see, because you can see who voted for Kingman. And since he was the only person running, now you can see the power base.
Yeah.
You can see the 1,500 people that run the town.
Damn it.
So I'm going to dig it up and put it out there and say, this is the Santa Rita Mafia. This is who runs the town.
Yeah.
I want to be like somebody.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well,
Be
it
like
is.
those
It's always been.
commenters. Oh, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, Virgil? And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I
What's
saw-
your solution?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What do you want him to do?
I'm
I mean, he's
like-
the one.
Well,
If anything, he's bringing shit to light.
He's putting
you know?
the information out
Yeah.
there. That's what he's doing.
I'm like,
it's up to everybody else to step up and do something, because that's the only way you can
Yeah.
make a change is everybody
But it's the
has to
fucking
put their
comments,
piece
man.
in.
Where I'm just like, what the fuck? What do you want him to do? What do you, I mean, he's doing enough already,
Right.
You know, putting the information out. Granted, whether you like it or not, or you can rebut it or whatever, then fucking do what you got to do. But at the same time, it's like, what do you expect people to do?
All you
You
can
know,
do, get out there and vote.
all I'm hearing is complaining. You know, and I'm like, he's actually doing something. He's putting the fucking information out there for you to read it, whether you like it or not.
Well, oversight, when you call people out, then they have to make a decision. Are they going to throw sand in your face or not? So this year, the convocation, last year they brought in Big Rick or whatever his name is. His tagline is, "Tell him, Rick." And he goes and tells them, "Oh man, I grew up from nothing, and now I'm this, and you know, and I make $1,000 a minute, telling you all about it, you know." So that we paid $30,000 for that last year. This year, one of our students who was, I don't know, second or third in nationals for pros from the debate team, went up there and gave an inspiring speech, and guess how much it cost us?
Oh,
Zero.
The big goose egg, nothing. That kid saved us 30 grand.
Yeah, man.
And why do you think they said, oh, because if you look on their thing, it said, oh, well, this year we focused on the students because they knew we were watching that checkbook.
Ooh, fuck.
So oversight does.
it's
I
good.
mean,
Yeah, it works.
they could have gone and got another speaker, but they knew if we do it, they're watching.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, but I didn't. Did you see anything negative about that kid?
No.
Because he did it for free. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
If
Thanks,
you're
kid.
not out there putting out the information, it's gonna be kind of scary, because then I don't think anybody else is gonna pick that up and put out the information.
Well, so the big thing that just came out was, you know, a bunch of school districts down in South Texas, I think, had sued, and that was what was holding up these report cards. And that's why we got one at the 1st of August and one at mid-August. You know, we got boom, 2 years all at once, is because finally it went through the appellate and the Supreme Court of Texas, and they're like,
They didn't want to release it.
no, they didn't want the data out there. So
Damn it.
it comes out, and we got a 73. Last time we were a 71, but the whole data set went up by 1 point. So the average, so there's some fluctuation in there. And when they took Austin Elementary, which was a 47, and put it into Fannin, they got an F to drop off their scorecard. And if you read what they put on San Angelo Live, KLST, and all that, Dr. Moran said, we're moving in the right direction. We're making great gains. We're 2 points closer to a B.
Oh, my God.
So we went from a 71 to a 73, and he's already using the B word.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, statistically, we didn't move because the whole data set went up 1 point, and you dropped your lowest outlier.
Yeah.
You dropped a 47 off of your average by combining it with Fannin.
That's what jumped
bumped
it up.
it up.
And so
wow.
technically, if y'all would have not done the combos, you would have been worse. You would have been a D.
Damn it.
So, but if you go and read all that stuff, oh, we're moving in the right direction. Now we can see the goal line. And I'm like, and
That's why they're trying to close more schools.
yeah,
So that way they can
they're
combine
only
it.
closing the F schools.
Oh, fuck.
So they closed
Damn.
Austin F school.
Yeah.
They closed Altaloma F school. Reagan's an F. And San Jacinto is a B. So what did they do? They let it fall apart. And now they're like, well, we have to close it.
Yeah. It was a-
So that's
it
the
was an
messed up
earthquake.
thing. So right now we have
Yeah.
Fort Concho's an A, Santa Rita's an A, and Glenmore's an A. And everybody's like, wow, Glenmore did good because they caught up.
Yeah.
Well, you know what Glenmore did?
What was that?
They sent all the ESL kids to Bradford, and now they're an A.
Oh.
They're like, we're gonna bust all the kids that are bringing down our average.
So they're trying to keep the average up by
Yeah, they're
moving
like-
the smart kids
so
around.
they're
Moving all the
like-
smart kids around too.
They're like Bradford's gonna be an F no matter what, and that's what they think. That's not what I think. That's what they say. Bradford's gonna be an F anyway, so let's just take all the F kids and send them there,
That'd
So-
be their problem.
and then Glenmore pops up.
Yeah.
Why not fix the problem and focus on like the F schools? Like, okay, let's focus on this. Like, what is causing the problem there? Why are they in F school? What can we do to fix that? Why not do that?
And that's where I keep going back to leadership. So right now, 2 of our F schools is Fannin and Goliad.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they do? They put temporary principals in there.
Uh-huh.
So they pulled Dana Phelps from early childhood development out of admin and said, you go to Goliad, and as soon as we can find a permanent person, we'll pull you back. And then they took Bertha out of ESL, which we're already struggling in. So we don't even have a director of ESL now. And they stuck her in Fannin. And they said, hey, as soon as we get a replacement, we'll pull you back out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't keep throwing different coaches in there. You can't throw coaches mid-season and think you're going to have a good season.
Yeah.
I mean, does that ever happen that they bring in some?
It's rare.
Yeah.
You know, something crazy must happen to pull out a coach, you know, especially because they pay those coaches so much. So, no, it's very rare.
Yeah. So you would think, why don't we pull one of our A principals, get them to go over there, because we'll put the temp person in the A one because it's already
Now,
going well.
is there a record with these principals? I mean, because if they give them the option, hey, we're going to take you an A principal and move you to an F school and see if we can get something better. Do you think those principals are saying, yeah, fuck that, don't put me over there?
Well, yeah, one of them is at Santa Rita, and
What?
there's no way the Mafia would let their favorite Miss White or whatever
Yeah,
her name
let her
is
go.
Mafia.
And then the other one is at Fort Concho, and she does all the fundraising and gets all those donations, so they're not going to touch her.
Yeah.
What makes a principal like an A, B, or C? Or
The
just
Standardized test scores.
so it depends on
TA puts
how
out-
all the kids do on their scores.
Yeah.
Reflects back on that teacher
Yeah.
or on that principal.
Yeah. See, because I mean, what happened? Because I mean, Fort Concho wasn't always an A school.
That was a B last year, but
I
like
mean,
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
And so the only way that they could politically do the GT is they like, well,
Okay.
if we put it over here, like at Lamar, all the people are going to get pissed and say, so what we'll do is we'll put it at Fort Concho, and then we'll just transfer all the rich kids in there.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the demographics of Fort Concho, it doesn't match the town.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't.
So that's where the was it the GT program is at Fort Concho now?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and here's the messed up thing is they have GT at Fort Concho. That's the hub.
Uh-huh.
And then they have 2 satellite GTs, which is Holloman and Santa Rita.
Okay.
and Holloman was an F, and they brought it up to a C, and then Santa Rita has always been an A. And so you would think, okay, if Fort Concho is your main hub and these are your two satellites, and we have, let's say 25 GT certified teachers, what would you think that the delineation of those teachers across that subset would be?
Yeah,
So you would think it would be even, 25 divided by 3.
okay, yeah.
You know, you would put it across those 3 schools. You have one at Holloman. About half the teachers at Fort Concho are GT, and then almost all the teachers at Santa Rita are GT, but for 40 students.
Oh, okay.
So the mafia has taken all those teachers,
Yeah,
and they said, oh, well, it's because Santa Rita's a GT school. Yeah, but with only 40 GT students, and you got over 80% of the GT teachers all right there, and Holloman only has 1.
Oh, man.
I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, the this, the that, and the this. You know, they always make
It's
up.
simple politics, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know exactly
Yeah,
why
yeah,
they
yeah.
do it.
Damn.
Because Santa Rita's, those 130 kids in Santa Rita are more important
than the
than
rest
the
of the town.
rest. Because look at this. So now that they've taken out San Jacinto, I mean, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be fixed. I mean, I admit that. I mean, it's done.
They're gonna bulldoze that.
Yeah,
place.
they've already approved the money to bulldoze it.
Okay.
So now Reagan's the oldest in the district, and they've already said, well, we're going to close it. And then what's
That's my school?
Yeah.
What's
it shows-
then the second
Damn
oldest
it.
school in the district? Santa Rita. But what are they going to close? Bowie. So they're
Yeah, yeah.
expanding Crockett right now so that they can close Bowie and bring the Bowie kids to Crockett, even though there's less kids at Santa Rita and it's closer.
They're not gonna.
Yeah.
They're not gonna shut down Santa Rita.
Not unless, I guess, unless another earthquake hits.
You know here's what's crazy is they spend a lot of money on Reagan because they've redone that whole school.
Over time, yeah.
Oh yeah, they've redone it. I mean, the infrastructure of that school is way better than whenever I went there in the
Right.
80s. Way better.
Because that last bond, they did a ADA and a bunch of other.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious. What were the averages, say, 20 years ago?
I wouldn't it's hard to even get that data. And
Uh-huh.
20 years ago, I was.
Because I mean, I feel like you can pull some kind of correlation to where the grades back then to the grades now, and the way the movement, the closing of the schools, moving people over fucking from one campus to another.
It would be hard.
Yeah.
And for so long, they've kept everything secret. You know what I mean? No one's ever done PIAs. No one's done the research, and the news always just puts out what the school tells them to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I only get just a small fucking small feed in my Facebook, and of course, you're the only one that I see that posts stuff like this. You know, is there anybody else that it's doing the same type of stuff? I mean, because Facebook filters out fucking people
sure
like
do.
crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't
okay.
either. Like
That's
that's
what
what I was saying earlier. Like if he ever stops or moves or something, we don't get no information. You know, it's
And
like
a
we're
lot of
fucked.
people that know more about it or more, they're more well spoken than I. They can't say anything, so they send me stuff, and they're like, "Hey, you might look into this, but don't tell nobody you heard it from me."
Yeah, it's the whole, yeah.
Remember on Living Color, like Miss Jenkins?
Yo, yeah.
Oh, wait, nobody better be talking about Miss Jenkins. Well, her roaches be driving around in Doom buggies. It's so dusty. That's how it
Dude,
is.
I missed that show. That show was great. That show was so good. If I can find that on DVD, me and my wife were talking about it.
I want my kid to see it because I'm like,
I'd buy it all.
He don't even know who Homie the Clown is. I'm like,
man.
He don't understand why I'm always hitting him with a sock. And saying, I don't play that. And he's like, what?
My dad just says some weird stuff
Man, he
sometimes.
keeps telling me he
It
don't
comes
play
from
that
somewhere.
and hits me with a sock. And I don't
That's
know
funny.
what he's doing.
Or he's running around like he's a fire marshal. Let me tell you something.
Oh man, yeah, it was peak comedy, man. My kids, I showed them one episode. It was funny, but it was on one of those reruns. I was watching YouTube TV.
Okay,
so
yeah.
it just happened to fucking come across one of them, and we watched it. I thought it was hilarious, but then that was it, And I was like, I don't even know where you can go and get them. I guess you got to buy the fucking.
Man, you got to do a deep search because I kind of was searching for it because I would like to buy all the seasons.
Of that and the Chappelle Show.
Oh, the Chappelle Show you can get. That's easy
You
to
can still
get.
get
Yeah,
that?
you can go over here to is it Game Exchange?
Yeah.
They have them there.
Yeah,
But
man.
they're not in great condition because people watch the crap out
Dude,
of
I
that,
would be
you know?
surprised if some of that Living Color is on VHS. Like, you got to go retro on that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 80s, early 90s, right?
Yo, how many seasons of Living Color was there?
And that's a good question.
That shit's dead.
Get the
Let me see.
Googler.
I have to look this up. Who can I leave this on so that way I can look this up?
Put it on yourself.
Put it on myself as I look it up. No, 'cause y'all need to be talking.
Yeah, no,
Let
but
me see your search history.
My search history? I will show you my search history. I go on
with
Brave.
the first X, so let it fill in.
So I use Brave because,
Just fuck Google.
yes.
Fuck Google. DuckDuckGo got taken over by Google.
Yeah.
So it's. I wish I was more computer literate, man, to find some of the, where I was like, some of these people put this stuff up, and I like to call them hackers and shit because they get their information from these weird spots. Like even then, I go through Facebook. I wouldn't even know where to look to find some of this where you find all your information. I think it's cool as shit. I wish I was a little more literate to find this stuff. But of course, she said, you find some of this stuff gets sent to you. But I mean, still, it's like I don't even know where to even begin to look at some of the stuff.
Well, a lot of times they'll tell me what to go look for. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
tell me necessarily what happened. They're just like,
They just drop you a little Easter
yeah,
egg.
like you
Yeah.
probably should go look over here. And then, because otherwise it's a lot of data.
You got some
Yeah.
good contacts then. Some
So,
people that are
well, I mean, it's people that have left the district, people that have poured their heart and soul in, and all of a sudden they get the rug pull, and they're just like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, I know where some of the skeletons are buried.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
So here we go. So in Living Color lasted 5 seasons.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 3 or 4, so 5.
I thought it was like 7 for some reason, but 5 seasons. They started April 15th, 1990, all the way till May 19th. I'm sorry. Yeah, May 19th, 1994.
That's when I graduated.
94.
94, yeah, right then.
Damn.
94.
I don't even know what I was doing in 94.
I was going into high school.
God
Yeah, I
damn.
was going into high school. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, goddamn.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was still doing fucking birthday parties, walking home and shit.
Quinceañeras and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you were practicing the dance?
The same dance over and over, just to a different song.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's still the same fucking music they play now at quinceañeras. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
And you're
It's-
like, Mom, I don't want to dance with her.
I was like, or that one, I was like, why do I got to stand up with my cousin? I was like,
I had to do that.
yeah. I was like, what about my cousin's friends? What's up, girl?
No,
It's like, no,
you're standing up with your cousin. That's it.
I don't want to.
You graduated locally or
Yeah, went to Central.
Central?
Yep.
94. Yeah, my cousin. I got 2 cousins that graduated in 95 from Central. But then
I
again,
think that's
you
what
probably
Central had a
wouldn't
good
know
football team still.
They still do.
They
good.
they did up until about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I want to say in the early 90s they had was it Shea Morantz?
Shea Morans, yeah.
That dude he ended up going. He was a quarterback for him. He ended up going to the Yankees, but he never actually got in. Like he stayed on their minor league team. I think he had like a few appearances here and there, but
God damn, I don't even know who the fuck was my quarterback of any of the fucking years that I was there.
really.
Yeah, dude. I never.
Well, see, during the time that you were going, they weren't really. They were like in a bad slump.
Yeah.
At that time, Lakeview was the shit. Hello, how you doing?
nah, I know.
Northside Pride,
Lakeview,
baby.
where's that at? Yeah, I was checking goats and shit over there.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what's crazy is right across the street. There's like you have the Lakeview High School, and right across the street there's this lot. It's like it's probably like 2 city blocks, and it's overgrown with mesquite trees, and it's full of goats.
Oh yeah, it's
Full of
always been
goats.
that way.
It's always been that way.
Chiva
Yeah.
Lakers or something?
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess so. And what's even worse about it, man, is some mornings when the wind gets blowing just right, you catch that wind coming off the Matancia, and boy, it
So the train in the morning, they
smells
put a chicken out in the field. They would chase the chicken. Whoever.
Are you serious?
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He doesn't
Yeah,
know.
we got 5 chickens out in the field. First ones to catch them could stop practicing.
The reason why we got so good at football is we would use hogs and we would chase hogs and wrestle them to the ground. Okay.
We call them tortas now.
That's now. No, man. It's sad. It hurts to see it go the way it's going. It's like, man, because I went to Reagan, I went to Lincoln, I went to Great Creek's out of the district. That's different. I only went there for like a year, but Reagan, Lincoln, Lakeview, those are my schools. And to see it go the way that it's all going, I think Reagan got a horrible score.
Right, Reagan is in the bottom 1% of
so
all
did
the
Lincoln.
schools in Texas.
Wow.
Lincoln is in the bottom 3% of all schools in Texas, but if you take out the elementaries, it's in the bottom 0.04% of middle schools in Texas. Wow. So, I mean, it's statistically
Hurts my feelings.
the bottom.
Yeah. Fuck.
And it hurts my feelings.
So, yeah. No, it sucks, dude. Because, I mean,
Yeah. Those are my alma maters, basically. Like, you know, like I can't, if they close Reagan, I can't go back there and just like reminisce anymore because the school will be closed, you know. And granted, it doesn't look like the way it used to.
Yeah. So with everybody, like with this new election cycle, now there's Carla that's in there, and you know some of these.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations to her. Like, when do we start seeing something?
So,
Because that's what I was. All this complaining that everybody was doing, you know, or you know that they were doing, you know. Now it's like, okay, now we got the people that you wanted in. When's the change start to happen? When do I start to see something?
Well,
I know it's a fucking stretch.
You got one person in.
One. That was her.
That was her.
Okay.
So
Everybody else said the same?
yeah,
Pretty much?
I mean, Gerard's been there forever. He's not going to change. He's just grumpy, pissed at the world. He ain't going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Duncan, she's up there smiling and doing this. She's going to do whatever they tell her. Dendel, obviously, he doesn't advocate because
He's just trying to get paid.
all the 3 schools in his district are Fs.
Yeah.
So what, you know, Kingman is there for Santa Rita and Bentwood.
Okay. Yeah. So
Amy Mizell Flint, she's there because Mean Girls. She wasn't cool at school, and now she's got people that are nice to her. And she thinks Farrah's her friend, and she thinks Dr. Self is her friend, and oh, they're so nice to me, and they're great people. I'm like, because you pay them.
Yeah.
They ain't your friends. Mills, don't know him that much, but he's with Kingman. And then you got Carla by herself.
Yeah. And how big is that district?
It doesn't matter. They all have the same vote.
Same vote. Doesn't matter.
It's 4-3. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Damn, that's fucking. I mean, it's good. We got all right. So something changed there. We got one extra. You know, we got one seat that changed. But I'm just kind of wondering. I'm like, so what?
Well, the way you help Carla is if people really want to get involved.
Actually, that's a way better way to put it.
You're either gonna have to start filing grievances or start suing.
Okay.
Because I mean, look at what's you got Santa Rita. We know what the demographic is there. Fort Concho, they've imported everybody from Bentwood to there. Mm-hmm. Glenmore got rid of all the Spanish-speaking kids to Bradford, so now they're an A. What's the next the 4th school after that in the district?
Wait.
A. What's the next one after those 3 A's? San Jacinto. It's the lighthouse on our side. It's the north side lighthouse. Mm-hmm. They've done everything they could to those poor kids. They didn't fix their school. Yeah. They threw them to the side. They shoved them over into Reagan and said, you can have half a school. And somehow they overcame, and they're a true B because there's no gerrymandering. There's no transfers. Uh-huh. No one transfers to San Jacinto.
Yeah.
You're either naturally there or you're not.
Yeah. See, I wish I would pay more attention because
I'd like to know. At what point as a community do we say, you know what, we're drawing the line? You're not shutting down our lighthouse.
Yeah.
You know what? If Reagan is what's left because you let the other one go down, then we're drawing. You're not.
We need to draw the
down.
line at Reagan. Then that's you know what, you're right.
And
Reagan should be the one.
The other thing you can do to make sure that these, you know, there's a thing called change management, and every manager should know it. And there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese, and it's all about change management. How do you do these projects? Uh-huh. And they just throw the kids in there. Like when they went from Alta Loma to Fannin, they said, good luck. Bing, good luck. Yeah. There was no change management. There wasn't anybody in charge. There wasn't an administrator that was in charge of that. So what we can say as a community is like, we're drawing the line at Reagan. If you want to transfer kids, then the receiving school needs to be an A and the sending school needs to be an A.
That's right.
You can't send an F to an F. It's
Yes.
not fair to the kids.
Yeah.
No.
So if you really want to close Reagan, then you send your dream team over there. You get it up to an A, and then those kids, because it's Reagan San Jacinto now, they would have to go to Holloman and Bradford. Bradford's an F. Holloman just went from an F to a C. You get them to A's, and then you can send our A kids there.
Yeah.
But if you can't, they stay where they're at.
Yeah. That seems fair.
That does seem fair.
I
That's
mean,
actually very good. That's actually very good.
I mean,
that.
it's not us telling you what to do, how to do it, whatever. It's just as a community, we're not going to let what you did to the McGill Austin kids, and we're not going to let you do what Altaloma Fannin, because now you got Fs.
Yeah.
Austin was an F, and now McGill went from a pretty good school to a D because of the chaos, the construction, all that.
Yeah.
And Fannin is a solid F with no principal and no plan to fix it.
What schools are still on the north side? Because it seems like that side is the one that's getting affected the most. Say from San Jacinto, Reagan. Is Goliad closed?
No, Goliad's an F, and it's got a temporary principal.
Okay, Bradford's still open, right?
F.
Of course, Blackshear's been closed for a while.
Yep.
What else is over there in
Day's
that area?
closed.
Day's closed. What else is around that's closed over there on that north side area? Because that's usually the one that's probably the target.
Bel Air's still there, and it's
Bel
an
Air's
F.
over by the Air Force Base.
Right, but it's
What about Glenmore's? the other one?
Glenmore. They got rid of the ESL kids, and now they're an A.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's also the reason
Holloman?
Holloman's an
Holloman's
F.
an-
Well, it was an F. Now it's a C.
Okay.
But see, Glenmore is important to them because it's one of those blue ribbon or purple ribbon, whatever, with the base.
Okay. Because they're
And
right
so the base was like, why is our school an F?
Which one is this?
Glenmore.
Glenmore.
It's
Okay.
right next to the
Yeah,
base.
it's right next to it.
And so they're like, well, you know what? We'll get rid of all these ESL kids, and then we'll make sure y'all are good because they're in a partnership.
Fuck.
They got to make the base look good.
Yep.
So let me see what else is left.
So essentially,
So if you work your way from, okay, so we looked at the north side, work your way from, let's say, Blackshear back west.
well, they closed Altaloma. Travis was over here. It got closed.
Off of Greenwood and Glen, or off of,
There's Fannin and Altaloma's in between Greenwood, Glenwood, all of that.
okay. So that one's
Altaloma's closed.
Yeah, I thought it was close.
okay.
Well, because they couldn't save it because of the plumbing, and then they moved the server and all the computers over there, and all of a sudden now they're able to save it.
Where'd they move those kids to?
Fannin.
Then right down the street.
That's why I made that comic that said they were going to change the school name to Annan because it was the only way to get the F out. Because they took an F school and sent it to an F school and then wondered why it's an F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they have a temporary principal that's like, man, as soon as y'all hire someone,
I'm out.
deuces.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Damn.
Fuck, man. It's
So the only way we can do it is either sue or put enough pressure on them that says, that's fine. You want to do consolidations? A to A. That's the only way we do it.
That's the way it should be.
The sending school's an A, the receiving school's an A, and then that way statistically, when they get there, even though it might be a little bit of chaos, worst case,
It'll average out.
it'll average out, or they might be a B.
yeah.
Sure.
But you're not going to send an F to a C. It's not fair for either side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
So what happens? Okay, so these schools that close, all right, everybody's still paying taxes, SAISD, whatever. These schools that close, taxes aren't going down, obviously. So we're still having to pay for these schools that are just sitting there on empty property.
Well, so this is the big lie from them, is they said, okay, for every school that we shut down, we save $700,000 a year. So we closed Austin, and then we sent those kids to McGill, and we saved $700,000 a year. And everybody's like, wow, we're saving all this money.
I didn't see it.
The problem is to facilitate the move, we spent $16 million.
Gosh, you're in the negative already.
So, if I said, hey, I need you to invest with me, you'll get your money back in 21 years. Would you do it?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
That's a horrible deal.
Yep.
Because any kind of real estate deal, I mean, if it's solid real estate deal, it's an 8 to 10 year payback. If it's something kind of short term, whatever, You know, like if it's like we're gonna go in on, I don't know, a rent house or a car or something, you're like, I need my money back in a year.
Yes, that's
2
that's a
years.
perfect short term.
And
1
so
year, 2
instead of
years.
telling you what the net payout is or what the return when your net, I can't think of the word, but when you finally break even and you get your return, they just tell you what the savings is.
Yeah.
We're going to save $700,000. Well, but it took you $16 million to do it. So what's 16 million divided by 700,000? I don't know, 20 something years. I'm like, what investor would do that? I break even in 20 years and then I start seeing savings?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why did they do that? Same thing with Altaloma to Fannin. They added 8 classrooms. It cost, $8 million. And then they had to throw another $2 million into Altaloma to fix it, to put the server room there.
Yeah.
And so we got $10 million on a $700,000 savings. That's still like a 13, 14-year payback.
Yeah.
There is not an investor in the world would do that.
Has the enrollment numbers changed now that school started?
Dude, I was about to ask that same question. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Nobody knows because the registration system is still down.
It's still down.
They don't know how many kids
Yeah.
they have.
That's
That's
kids,
what I wanted to know too. I was like, how many kids are actually
They don't know.
enrolled?
My kids go to TLCA, and this year it just seems like, I was like, where do all these people come from? And I'm like, and of course, the last time we had you on, I was like, man, it would be hilarious because I'd like to know too. Because I think TLCA put their numbers out.
Right.
They were a B, right? Something like that.
Well, and you notice what I said? They ain't trying to hide. They
No.
put it out on that Wednesday.
Yep. As soon as they
They're
got
like,
it, put it out.
Here you go. And then I can just see them like that having a huddle. Okay, guys, what are we going to say?
Yeah. It's like, we have to say something.
I remember in 3rd grade, my mama had the chongla. And she said, why did you get all those F's? And I'm like, but mama, I went from a 71 to a 73. I'm that much closer to a B. You think we can sell it? I don't know. Let's try. Maybe nobody will notice.
Hell no, I still got my ass whooped.
You still got the chongla mark.
Still got the chongla.
You're like, these aren't wrinkles. Those are chongla
Those are
marks.
chongla marks, yeah.
I'm not that old. It's the chongla got me.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I was wondering because I'm like, we went to meet the teacher, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude, the fucking parking lot usually fills up, right? But this time it was a parking lot, the fucking side lot, the streets were full. And
were they selling elote? And then there's like people down on the bluffs are like, hey, you can park here for $5. Like free park, come on.
Dude, they would have made a killing, man, putting food trailers out there. I was like, dude, having a party, man. But of course, I mean, there was a big influx of kids because I've never waited that long to get through my whole take the kids to the class, get them enrolled in the.
And you had all of them there, so you've seen the progression.
Yeah, I've
up
seen the
to where it's
progression.
now.
Yeah. So I only had 2 that I had to register, or do the whole meet the teacher shit, and fuck, we were there for like 3 hours.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, where the fuck is everybody at? Just the influx of people that were there.
Yeah, that tells
I don't know if it was different or everybody just decided, hey, we're actually going to meet the teacher today.
No, dude. No, that tells you a lot. That tells you that people are like, you know what, we're tired of this bullshit.
Yeah.
We're taking our kids. We're gonna.
So what we need to do is
I would rather pay my kid. I would rather pay for my kid's education.
Oh, absolutely.
Through all of it instead of dealing with this other bullshit.
We need to have like a no kings at Reagan. Fuck yeah. There's your protest right there.
Well, and it's funny because the guy that wants to shut it down is named Kingman. So
dang, no Kingman. Dang, we're gonna have no Kingman.
What I always say is no. Wait, you're not my king, man.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah, that's a good slogan. There
you're
you
not
go.
My king, man.
Damn.
Yeah. And that's what's funny is those people that are over there doing the no kings thing. Mm-hmm. The biggest fascist in town is Dr. Kingman. We don't let you talk at the meetings. It used to be 5 minutes. We made it 3. We've made the grievance process so difficult that you can't get anything through.
Yeah.
We don't listen to y'all. Y'all come here and do this, and then we vote however we vote. We could, they just... Yeah. I want to get some Heisman trophies and put all of them on there and have like a little kid running up, and they're just giving them a stiff arm.
Oh, fuck, that's pretty
because
cool.
that's what happened the other day when those UIL, so there were some homeschool kids there.
Yes.
So this guy brought his kids, I think his last name was Matlock, and he brought his kids, and he had a bunch of kids, and they didn't have tablets, they didn't have phones, and they sat there and not a peep. Them kids didn't move. They weren't poking each other. They weren't, I'm not touching you. They weren't doing nothing.
Shout out to their parents.
They just sat there and they were engaged. I mean, and this one kid, he's like this big. He's watching. And then they went up and gave their little speeches. And they were like, thank you. This kid was so small they had to bring the mic down to him. This kid's like this tall. And he was like, my family chose to homeschool, but, I get good grades and I would like the opportunity to try out for the soccer team.
Yeah.
And so, state of Texas made it where each school district can decide if they want to let homeschool kids into the UIL thing. And all the board members clapped for him and told him how great he was. And then when it was time to vote,
shut that shit
stiff
out.
arm.
Fucking dicks, bro.
Just the stiff arm.
It's like
dude.
a Joe Biden and Black Lives Matter.
I'm
right?
telling
now
you.
that I'm in, get the fuck away
Oh
from
my
me.
God.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Just
Thanks for the vote, though.
rub their face in it. And I'm just like, why would you even clap if you knew you were going to shoot them down? And then and this is where, I'm like, we need to recall Mizell Flint because she puts out this thing, well, that those kids might do this and they might do this and this. And I talked to my friends in Florida and they said this and this. And I'm like, do your friends in Florida pay taxes here?
That's right.
Do your friends in Florida have anything to do with San Angelo?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to why are you getting advice from your friends in Florida?
Yeah. You're not comparing apples to apples.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And but she's so out of touch that's what she does. And then just says, well, and guess who voted against it?
She did.
She voted against it. The only people that voted to let the kids at least participate was Carla and Mills.
Yeah.
Carla's like, what could it hurt? Either they make the team or they don't.
Yeah.
It's not saying they get to be on the team. It just says they get to come to UIL tryouts.
I'm going to say the unspoken thing is the reason why they did that is because it would influence other people to be like, oh, well, if they can still play in the sports in UIL, then I could also take my kids out, homeschool them or private school them, and they'll still be able to compete as well. Because a lot of people do still have their kids in public school for the competition because of the sports and stuff. That's probably one of the main draws,
Yeah.
It would hurt them, so that's why they didn't.
It would hurt them, but what does the community want? Why can't they go out and do a survey?
Yeah. And I've always wondered that. I've always wondered why they couldn't do that.
That's why when they said no kings, they are the biggest fascists in town.
Yeah.
They do what they want, and it don't matter what you say, you're getting the Heisman. Every time. You're getting the Bo Jackson, you're getting the O.J. Simpson, you're getting...
Dude, I was a running back. That stiff arm works.
What does it?
Oh yeah. They
think they're gonna get you there. You're like, come on over. Oh yeah, you want to play sports? Come over here.
It's a martial arts thing, man. You control the head, you control the body.
Really?
As long as you control the head, the body goes down. So if you stiff arm right directly to that head as it's coming to you with their force of impact, and you got a good stiff
arm. And again, that
out
practice came from getting the goats. No goat.
You
can't ram me goat.
You're right. You seen the goats out there at my grandparents' house? Yeah.
Once you got the horns, you got them.
You control them.
They're like,
you control them.
So it's funny you said that because guess who the head is here? Kingman. But we're gonna have to put pressure on him. We're gonna have to bring him out of the dark.
Yeah.
And let everybody know that he's the one that's doing this. He's making sure that his little part of town is good, but he's the one that controls that whole board.
Is Kingman? He's
the president of the board.
President of the board. Okay. Is he from San Angelo?
Nobody knows. He's had his Googles stripped. There's nothing on there.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts, though.
So he's a doctor. I think his wife's a doctor. She comes from ranch money out in El Dorado area, somewhere out there. And they own a bunch of Dairy Queens because she inherited them. And they own the Dairy Queen on Knickerbocker. Okay. And so that's why I was going to start making some little jokes that said, sorry you can't read, kids. Here's the dilly bar.
Yeah.
And then the other day, I saw that they said that Dairy Queen can't say they have ice cream anymore because it doesn't have enough butterfat in it. So it's ice milk. And I was like, you know what? The only two things I like doing is selling fake ice cream and closing schools.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I like to do. Sell you some fake ice cream and close Reagan. That's what I want.
There's a slogan right there.
Fuck, that's great, man. Someone should get you a goddamn computer with ChatGPT.
And then Mr. Kingman, he knew in 2024 that they were going to go for that bond, right? And so I looked up. I was like, I wonder who's filing for ARBs. Who's trying to get their taxes lowered? Yeah, he filed his $1.1 million house and took it to ARB trying to get it lowered ahead of the election.
Oh shit!
I'm like, so you're telling all us we need to pay more taxes.
Why
And
lowering his?
3 months before the election, you're at the ARB arguing that you should lower your prices on your $1.1 million house.
You know,
I'm like, is that not the definition of hypocrisy?
I do have to say this thing. You know, I was kind of so the ARB thing. I've always been. The whole thing is weird. The whole fucking thing is weird. It's such a like a. I'm sure because they know like, hey, Dr. whatever Kingman or whatever comes from here. He's paying money in, so we're gonna have to work with him some bit.
They didn't. They didn't give him nothing.
Okay. You know what? And shout out to them for not doing that. So I go in there. I'm talking to them. I go in there every year. So they kind of, in a way, they kind of know me already. Unfortunately, because I go in there and have an argument with them, it's going to have to be that every year.
Yeah.
Until you finally just agree with them, then they'll just probably leave you alone for a little while. But this last time I went in there, man, and we had this whole conversation. I sat down there. We talked to them. They brought up this issue. I brought up this issue. They'd say this. I say this. And they were like, all right, you know what? You actually are right because you live the street over from you is closer to the river, and so their taxes are higher. And so when a house sells over there, it affects you. It affects me when a house sells over there because the value of that house is more because they're closer to the river. I'm the next street over, and shout out to them for doing it that way. Or actually, not even them because it was actually just that one guy that brought up the whole thing about it because nobody else even knew that area, but he knew the area, and he was like, "You're right." And he helped bring it down. So I will definitely give them props for that because they did look out for me in that way, and I hope they look out for other people in that way too. But I'm not sure if they do. It's such a argument, and I feel bad for people that don't. It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah, if you've never been there before or you don't really understand the things that go into the valuation, that appraiser can pretty much talk around you and almost confuse you.
Yeah. I mean, but just, we're not fluent in real estate. I don't work in that business. Now, if we were talking about oil field and this and that, that's my business. I can run circles around you. We're talking about real estate. I don't work in that fucking business. That's not something I deal with daily. I don't work in government. I don't know all the little politics that they got going on in that office. And trust me, there's politics going on in the office because I know people that have worked there. And so I understand a little bit about what's going on there. So it's kind of like this whole, you're not like, they're not like, they're a group, they're former real estate agents or whatever they are, however they pick them. And you can ask them all day and who the fuck knows how the hell they pick them. They're not supposed to talk to the people that are running the show there at that place.
Right. So
but they do though.
So
because they're there all day.
Yeah. And you can tell that like when you go and watch them that, I'll bring evidence and it's like I have to prove it. But if Austin or John or one of the other appraisers brings their evidence, they don't even ask for, they're just like, oh, okay.
Or we'll just take you at your word.
So each time we walk in, and it should be like, I've never met either one of you. And then you give me your argument, and then you give me your argument.
You're right.
But, hey, me and you, we've
had lunch.
We've been doing this for 3 months. And
who's this guy? He just showed up.
Yeah. And that's the way. And so like the unspoken thing in that whole building is like, okay, well, these are the ARB people that you're not supposed to be associating and hanging out with. The people that run that place, which is Tyler, I can't remember his last name, and whoever all runs that place, you know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be like having like really, they're not supposed to be associated at all. It's supposed to be completely separate, but they're there all day long. How could you not run into them in the break room?
Oh, and they're gonna
having coffee, whatever.
They're all aligning the same shit. One does the taxes, the other one assesses them. Why wouldn't they fucking talk? Of course. It's like, hey, let me ask you a question about such and such. And it's like, we're gonna end up raising. Well, actually, that's a pretty good idea because they all seem to be in that same fucking bullshit. Yeah. And that's where I feel they play the numbers game. Raise everyone's taxes. What we're going to do is hit this district. We're going to hit everybody different, right? I was like, and you're only going to have a certain amount of percentage of people that are going to come and complain and going to be at these ARB meetings, ARB. We can handle that.
It's appraisal review board.
Yeah, there you go. And the rest of them, they're not going to contest it. They're just going to keep paying. So we're still going to be in the up, you know, and we'll do it again next year.
Yeah. And like what we were talking about earlier, like I do kind of feel bad, you know, people that, you know, I'm not that well versed in it, but a lot of people are even more not, you know, they don't understand what the hell at all is going on.
I can't talk for shit.
You know, and I know shit, right? So, but they go in there and then you're going to sit down with a board of, what is it, three people. And
one
then
I went to was 5.
My first one was 5.
Yeah.
So this last one was 3, and then a person representing the appraisal district. So a total of 4 people, right? All of a sudden, you're just going to have to speak to these people and tell them knowledge that you think you know, and then they have more experience in it, so they're gonna fire back at you with you know, it's like talking to a goddamn lawyer about legal terms that you don't even know, because legal terms, who the fuck knows those goddamn terms? Lawyers have to do research to understand those terms.
Yeah. Well, they sit there and they talk you in circles, and you're
That's
like,
what they do.
Yeah, and you're just like, hold on a second, hold on. You know, you don't want to be the guy that fucking flips out. Hold on a fucking second. You're speaking in circles, and I'm confused. I came here with a certain amount of shit. You know, you can sit there and be like, well, actually, what this is, and then you start explaining to me all kinds of bullshit. I have no idea what any of that means, man.
Yeah.
You know,
it almost makes me want to get into real estate, just so that way, not even because I want to make money off of it, just so that way I can understand the terms, and then whenever, because it's gonna be an every year thing. Yeah. So that way, every time I go up there and have this ARB meeting, I have all the terms down.
Are there
so I can talk on the same. Yeah. So you got to go to the judge. So your next, if that doesn't work out for you, because it's supposed to be the informal meeting first, which could be an email. I found that out this year.
Or a phone call.
See, I just learned that right now too. Then if that doesn't work out for you, you don't like that, then you go to the ARB board, which is when you sit down with all the people and you talk about, you don't like that outcome, the next step is a judge. You can get a lawyer.
Or you can, so there's a law of diminishing returns, so a lawyer is going to be very expensive.
Yes.
They do have a binding arbitration that's only $450.
Okay.
But a lawyer, you know, you're looking at $200-300 an hour, and probably, I don't know of any lawyers that do less than a $5,000.
I'd say $5,000. Yeah, I'd say $5,000.
I mean, anything, child support, DWI, anything out there, I've heard is the new standard.
$5,000
is $5,000. Because I know when Tip used to do it, and Hargrave used to, or that is Hargrave, Melvin Gray, all these guys, you know, it used to be like $2,500.
Yeah.
Or if you were down and out, they'd be like, well, give me $1,500, and if, you know, I can get you a plea, you know, I won't. But if we go to trial, you're gonna have, you know,
you're gonna have to pay.
Now it's just $5,000. It don't matter what it is.
It's the bottom line.
You got an ingrown toenail, $5,000. You know, dog bit the neighbor, $5,000. It don't matter.
That's fucking nuts.
It's crazy, right?
See, I just wish it was like something you could bring together, some kind of fun, just to have somebody when you go to these ARBs, for these people that aren't well versed. They can speak on your behalf. Hey, look, dude, I'm not gonna allow you to sit here and get fucking trampled.
So the only way you can speak on someone's behalf, so you have to work for them. So I work for someone, and I do his 100-something properties, or you got to be a lawyer, or you got to be an appraiser. That's the only way you can.
That's crazy though, because it's like, all right, now I'm gonna give you this fucking runaround. You're gonna have to fit one of these criterias. I'm gonna like,
what's the percentage of the population that fits those goddamn criteria?
Yeah, you know, it's like, what's the difference between me and my mom going, and she only speaks Spanish, and I'm there to translate for her. I'm gonna make sure that you're not trying to fuck her.
Yeah.
So let me speak on her behalf. I'm here to speak on my mom's behalf. It's like, I got somebody here. He's gonna speak on my behalf.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably if it was your family and you had a power of attorney, you could, but you couldn't do it for him.
Yeah.
Could we sign a temporary power of attorney?
I don't know. You'd have to. You'd
Hell
have to read the law.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because I mean,
but it does.
But then you're getting into, you're acting as a lawyer because you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're speaking on those type of terms.
Where
you know,
you could probably do it for a parent or something, because
what you just said, it changes that whole thing, and I didn't even think about that. People that don't understand English fluently,
they would.
Now they're getting run over by these people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's sad. That's sad.
But I guess you can also argue that he's not literate in what you're trying to say. I mean, he speaks perfect English,
but they're not even but you know, the people you're talking to don't even speak normal English. They're speaking English on a different level. They're speaking the shit that's twisted around, you know.
But I mean, I'm talking about like the normal people. You said, I was like, man, I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about? He's using these words that I don't understand. So all I can do is okay. And I'm like, you need somebody there. I'm here not as a translator, but as a literal interpreter. Interpreter. So that way, whatever the fuck you say, I can relate to him and fucking, all right, B, see, you're on some fuck type shit, right? So, you know, say bruh. So
hey, cap or no cap?
Cap, no cap.
He's straight up capping, man. No jizzing on whatever, you know. Somebody who can translate with some of these people, you know, because they're not going to sit there and speak to you and fucking. You ever talk to somebody where it's like they're way above your intellect and you're like, hold on, motherfucker, slow down. Use these smaller words, man.
These fucking engineers all the time. I'm like, all right, stop. Just stop. All right, here's where we're going to start right here.
The tubular annulator actually sits on the perpetual.
Yeah. Oh, I give him a baseline. I was like, we're going to start right here.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk up from there. And then if I stop you again, then we're going to start explaining stuff.
Yeah.
I'll let them talk all the way up to a point. I'm like, all right, stop. All right, now we're going to start explaining.
What is that?
The cat.
Is that with a K
Dude,
or a C? I'm already confused.
Yeah, exactly. Engineers are super smart.
Oh, they will be.
Engineers are so fucking great. They're so fucking smart. Things fucking work out. They build shit. They make shit. They create shit. But god damn it, if they had to actually go out there and do the work on the things that they designed, they couldn't do it because it doesn't make any fucking sense in the real world. Now, on the book and paper, yeah, absolutely, it's fucking amazing, you know? But now when you actually have to do it, it's a different game.
So that's the only thing. It's like, I don't know why. What would be the difference of having somebody just to fucking translate?
So here's you know, like you have your studio here and you have the equipment and you have the ability to put stuff out. Because like if I said, oh, I'm going to go and make a video, I would be editing for like 3 months because I don't know how to edit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a learning curve.
It's economy of scale. You know how to do it. So let's say you wanted to get involved. The way you can, there's two things you can do. You can put pressure on the board because you can film those boards, or you can put pressure on the district. They don't want to go to district court because if they start losing in there, even if it's little stuff, it starts the domino. Because let's say you go on your street, like you were saying, you know, hey, here's the dynamics of my street that are different. You know, here's the comps you use, but I'm not them because of these criteria.
Yes.
And you go to district court and win, and you tell everybody on your street, you set the precedence now.
That's right.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so they don't go to court. That's why they always cave to the big apartments, to the Walmarts, to all the things, because they don't want to, like, because once you lose, then it's like, okay, well, he won based on this. Well, hell, every one of his neighbors are going to walk in there with the Willy Wonka and be like, I got the golden ticket.
I talked to both of my neighbors. I talked to both sides of my house. I talked to them. On one side of my house is pretty clean all the time. One side of my house, my wife hates it. I clean it up, but it's like, how do I say it? It's purposely messy.
Right.
Because it actually helps with my taxes.
Oh yeah.
And so my neighbor on that side of that house, I've told him, because I was like, hey, listen, this is what I'm doing. And when we first met, because he's only been there for like maybe 5 years. And so when they first moved in, I talked to him and we had a conversation, whatever. He didn't get it until they changed the taxes. And then he's like, I got you now.
He's like, you bring the car, I'll bring the center box.
Yo,
I got you, fool.
He's like, if I can get all the way down the street with everybody on the same, agenda, I bet you we can probably make some change over there because it's overpriced, man. It's fucking way
well, and
overpriced.
then think about that ARB. Just like you said, I don't know about it. I don't know who they are. They've lived in anonymity for all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to do something, this is what I would do. You go and film them, some of them, and you find the worst of the worst, where they ran someone into the ground, where they, overpriced something and still ran them into a circle. And then, whoever your favorite guys that come on, this guy, once, maybe twice a year, you say, okay, we're going to review all these. And we're going to say, in our opinion, do you feel like this ARB member screwed that person? And you get a construction guy and maybe someone that knows about real estate. And you said, there's no way in hell that house would bring that because of this.
Yeah.
and you put them on blast, I guarantee next year they won't make that same mistake. Once again, it's oversight. But
That's
they've
it,
never
yeah.
had oversight. They've
Yeah.
never had anybody challenge
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Let me drop some knowledge real quick. All right, so this last time I was there, I had pictures of a bunch of different things at the house. You know, the fence. I had the air conditioners aging, the slope, how the water can actually, because the river's this way, so the water goes this way. You can't really see it until you see water. You know what I mean? So like everything, and so they were like, well, all that we can't take that as evidence because it's still on your phone. You have to have it like on either printed out.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you have to have it printed out because then they would be like, we have to take possession of your phone. They're like, you have to have it printed out or on a file or a card, or something that we can take. And I was like, okay, so anybody that's trying to do this, have your shit printed out. You can just hand it over to them. It's better that way.
Keep copies.
Keep copies. Take pictures of everything. Take pictures of everything. If your air conditioner is over 4 years old, take pictures of that thing. Take pictures of the outside and the inside unit because that is a depreciation that takes back value from that house. These people that are there at the board, they are former or current real estate agents, so they're looking at market value. So what is this house worth as it sits?
So on that same note, if there was a trap house, a couple of houses down, could you
take a picture of that fucking house?
Okay.
Yes. When people are popping fireworks on the 4th of July, right behind you, have a video of that. That's depreciation right there. Are there gunshots in your neighborhood? I'm pretty often fucking have a video of that
I'll
shit.
go to the ski mask, bro, and I'll start firing in the air. You take a picture of
Yeah.
me, like, we got crime.
What about, here's the thing that I've always thought. I have all these motherfuckers always come up to my house trying to sell us stupid fucking shit. Goddamn solicitors. I should have a sign on my door that says, do not,
No solicitors.
no solicitors or will be shot,
I got one, yeah.
Yeah. But I should have one. But maybe I should take pictures of all the different people that come up trying to fucking like, hey, this is like, I don't want to be bothered. We're having dinner.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That should be a depreciation.
I would
there,
take so
right
many
there.
pictures and be like, look, here's fucking. I brought in a whole fucking filing cabinet. Y'all can take a look
Well,
at.
it depends on the board too, because I've done that before, and
Have
they
you?
just shot it down.
Damn, see, that's
But see,
crazy.
that's what's supposed to be valid.
But-
all the evidence should be valid.
Yeah.
Everything.
They never get called out.
Yes, and it's that,
That should be valid.
makes you back to.
That's what I said. You gotta bring
It's
them
accountability.
You gotta bring them out of the darkness and bring them into the sunlight.
Because that shit, man, I watch these fucking videos, right? And then whether it be town hall meetings or fucking whatever, and then these people go on these little tirades, right? Which they have a reason,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, that's it. We're shutting it down. We're shutting down the meeting." I was like, "Who the fuck are you to be shutting down?" He's only been speaking for 30 seconds, man. How do you stop him from talking? He has a right to be there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck it. And then there's, which I don't know why, I don't have an issue with cops, right? But when these fucking deputies come around the fucking corner and then they grab that guy by the arm, you're going to have to leave now. Man, fuck you, dude. He's a goddamn citizen.
Yeah.
He's there to, say his piece, say whatever the fuck he's got to say, let him finish, then go on about his way. I'm sorry you don't like what he has to say. But
Yeah.
it's that enforcer shit that I fucking hate, man. Where
It's the abuse of power.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've never seen any of these, so I don't know if anything like that ever happens. They're just like, no, we shut it down, move on to the next subject.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
No,
I'm
no,
going to leave it on one of you two guys. One of y'all take it. Who wants the mic?
put it on Virgil, man. He talks.
Virgil, you want the mic?
Sure.
Go for it.
So I mean,
And then you start talking.
yeah, but you're right. There has to be some kind of accountability. Bring them out of the light. Now you said these people live in anonymity, so no one knows who they are.
Right, and you don't know their demeanor, and you don't know. So the other day we were arguing one, and it's a lot on the between 32nd and 36th, an empty lot, and it's 50 by 100,
Okay.
and there's nothing on it. I mean, it's just dirt, and they have it appraised at $46,000.
Jesus Christ.
And they do it to this lady every year. She's a widow lady, and every year I argue it down, and then they bring it right back to 46,000. And so I'm in there, and they're like, "Oh, well, lots are bringing good money and this and that." I said, "Nobody wants this lot because it's too thin. You can't build nothing on it. It's not in the best side of town. The water, when this flood came through, that thing looked like a lake, and they're just like, we're gonna do what we want anyway."
Yeah.
And then one of the ladies made a comment of, "Well, couldn't she just sell it? And then she wouldn't have to worry about how high the taxes are." And I'm like, so I can't own something because the taxes are too high, and you're okay with that?
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
but
did you hear what you just said?
so that's why we need to get they record every one of them, do a PIA for that, and blast that lady and say, hey, you're wrong. You shouldn't have said this.
Absolutely.
But they get away with it.
Yeah, because there's no one there to call them out.
Right.
There's just no one. Oh, fuck, man.
So while we're sitting here waiting on him,
Yeah, go ahead.
can we do a giveaway?
Absolutely.
So just little knife here,
You're right. You should. The camera's on.
Oh, thanks to the people that are listening. Thanks for letting me come in.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Thanks for coming.
it's nothing fancy, but hopefully the guys here, we said something like, give it a thumbs up, and in a week they'll pick a winner and get with you. And so appreciate letting me come on, and I know you appreciate the people that watch. So
Oh, I do. I absolutely do appreciate it, man.
so anyway,
Yeah.
a little gift for somebody.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll figure out the details. Just to let y'all know, it's gonna be a like. I think we're gonna do a numbered like, so that way it's random,
Right.
and then whatever one that falls on,
It hits where it hits.
hits where it hits, and hey, you get to walk away with a knife, little Damascus knife.
Did y'all show it off?
Yeah, we did actually. While you were gone,
I totally missed that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, you're not winning, so
Oh,
yeah, employees.
It's a nice knife.
Employees and whatever not eligible.
I wish I could call them employees. I don't pay nobody.
Oh,
maybe one day,
Yeah,
man.
maybe one day. Yeah,
It'd be nice to be able to pay people to work with us or to fly people in for.
yeah, maybe one day. Or, yeah, fly somebody out. There you go. Hey, we're gonna start a fucking a little investigative fucking division of the What It Do podcast, man.
People that go out and do things for us and they come back and tell us what they found.
Actually, man,
That'd be pretty cool.
I've thought about it, man. I'm like, how do I scale this? What's the next fucking thing that I can come up with, right? And
OnlyFans.
We're on the same page here.
Okay, all right. So
Welcome to the OnlyFans studio.
we're taking feet pics and all.
We're gonna have a podcast here while people are doing things over there in that corner over there.
And for a small minimal charge, for a small donation.
Yeah, if you follow us on Patreon, you actually get the 5th camera.
Oh, there you go.
Del
That camera.
Cinco.
You'll hear some
That
slapping.
camera.
You'll hear some little in the background.
It's not an applause.
Yeah. It's not an applause.
And it's not a cat either. It's not
The only way you're
Taco.
going to see that is because you get subscribe to our Patreon and you get to watch the 5th
right,
camera.
That's right.
I bet your thumbs up would go then.
Shit,
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
it would. That'd
You're
be
like, we
kinda-
only got 5 thumbs up. Next week, we got 5,000 thumbs up. What a change. I don't know.
You know what's crazy about this whole thing is like, we're all over the social media and everything. And I try to post as much as I can, and I do. I look at like, did anybody look at this? Did anybody look at that? And it's like, man, it varies so much. Like I can put something that seems completely dumb to me, and it'll get 2.5 thousand people that look at this thing. You know what I mean? We have yet to reach 1 million, but we've reached up there in the pretty good thousands. But then the next week I'll post something else and like 100 people.
This was funny, and it's like nobody watches it.
Like 100 people saw that.
So
I'm like, damn.
that San Angelo Insider News that I do, I think there's like 800 people that subscribe to it, but I know there's a bunch of people at the district that watch it, but they can't subscribe to it because they look to see who's.
Oh, okay.
And when they had that, when those ladies that work with the kids that need the kids that need a lot more help, they did that TikTok thing where they said, well, I'm a this, if that.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing had like 190,000 views because it got to some mommy groups and they're like, can you believe this?
Oh,
and
yeah.
this and this. And that thing went,
It went viral.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I knew one of the girls that did that.
Oh,
and I wanted to bring her on, but I don't know if she was.
Oh, no, there's no way.
No way I could have her on for that.
Yeah.
It would
never
be
know.
fucking hilarious.
So, how would I know that you
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you have bruises all over you.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. So I mean, the scaling part of man, I thought about reaching out to somebody, and I have them in the studio today, but I was like, well, a news part of it, an investigative side of fucking What It Do, where it's I couldn't be me because that's just not. I mean, that's above my. I'm
We'd
too
have to
fucking
bring some more
retarded.
people in, I would think. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
think that our untapped market for as far as talent and help is ASU. You know,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You don't hear much coming out of ASU. Not that they don't do great things, but I'm like, you don't hear of podcast or newscast. You know what I mean?
I think there's maybe rightly so. They might be a little bit scared. They might lose their scholarship or something. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if someone, you know, that's what I would do. I would say, hey, come help us. You know, you don't even have to be here, but you can learn how this works. You can learn how this does. You know, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn here.
This whole thing right here, we just kind of like figured it out on our own.
Yeah,
But honestly,
there's no
this
book,
is
podcast for dummies.
this is actually
they
a-
don't have that.
No, but this is actually like a school in a way. Like what we're doing here, like even the editing part of it.
Yeah.
Making as to the point of making thumbnails. There are people that actually, and my son-in-law, he's made money off of only doing thumbnails.
Yeah.
And all that is just what you're gonna see. You click on it, you're never gonna see it again. It's just like it just
It's what draws you in.
It draws you
What's
in.
cool of podcasting, man, you can pretty much, I mean, there's some insights that you could get from somebody, you know, but for the most part, like we did, fucking with YouTube University, man.
Yeah.
YouTube University.
The problem is everybody's scared.
Yeah,
Because you know, San Angelo Live, every once in a while they'll pop off on the school district, but most of the time they toe the line. KLST, you know, nobody wants to say anything because football.
Yes.
If you're not a friend of the district, then you don't get to broadcast. You don't get to interview the coach. You don't, and see, y'all are insulated from that because
See, and I'd be looking for somebody who's like, you want to be insulated too. Granted, it's not going to pay until you get your views or whatever up, some sponsorship, which, I mean, we'll get to a point where we can work on that, you know? And, I mean, there's a certain type of shit we're going to have to put out because, hey, sponsors require some, you know, either ad reads or something. But for the most part, I was like, it'd be cool to scale this up to a point where we can do some fucking nice investigative shit, man. Like, there's a guy out of San Antonio, Delfino Media.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy, man. And I don't know exactly what he does or
Is he the one that had the wreck?
I don't know.
Because someone told me about a guy in San Antonio that does investigative report, and they're like, you need to get him.
Yeah.
But the last time he was doing something with San Angelo, I don't remember if it had something to do with the trash service or something.
It was, yeah.
He came here, or he was doing something, and he had this really bad wreck, and then all of a sudden,
nobody heard of him again.
Like, well, I don't know. He was off his game for a long time.
Yeah.
But there's really nobody that does any investigative stuff.
No.
Maybe we should just, for shits and giggles, just reach out to him. I mean, all he can say is no.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
that's
he
true.
just did not answer. I mean, we've reached out to other people that are famous before. We just don't get an answer back. Hey, whatever, fuck it. We just keep doing what we're doing. You know?
You miss all the shots you don't take, right?
That's absolutely right.
But if you get someone that'll help,
Sydney Sweeney, if you're out there and listening, come on the podcast.
I can get you torta swinging.
Shot.
That's it.
Yeah, fuck
You're going to get shot when you get home, goddammit.
No. My wife, she understands.
She loves
gets
Sydney
it.
Sweeney
Yeah,
too.
we
She's
all,
like, yeah,
everyone loves Sydney
Bring
Sweeney.
her home. Bring her home.
But just something like that, man, because I think that'd be so cool, especially like, I mean, you see stuff on Facebook, and like, you're the only one that I've seen, and it'd be cool to have something like that.
Well, you know, A's for A's.
A's for A's.
If we could get a couple volunteers, put in some grievances, and start putting pressure on Kingman and say, you're not moving our kids unless they're an A and they're going to an A. You know, you could be the ones that help drive that.
Yeah.
I can only do so much research. I have a full-time job.
Oh, yeah,
You
same
know,
here. Yeah.
It would have to be someone that wants to get involved and say, you know what, I'm going to step forward. Maybe someone that has political, you know, hey, someday I might want to get into politics.
Yeah.
Here's your stepping stone. If you could get
that's actually pretty good,
could get A's for A's to pass,
You know, something
you could say, look, I went and advocated for the kids. I filed the grievances. I did the legwork, and now we've protected the kids of San Angelo. I would like to be your next city council
That
manager.
would be amazing, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, okay, so when does that run again? How long are these terms for city council?
Well,
Is it 2 years? 3 years?
well, every 2 years there's some that rotate out.
Okay.
So like this, well, I only know the school district. So this time, Dindal ran unopposed, Kingman ran unopposed, and then Carla ran against. Is it Geneva? Is she the other lady?
Yes.
The one that does the giveaway thing. She had a big one at the Coliseum, that giveaway.
Yeah.
Northside giveaway where they give all the school supplies.
Oh shit! Okay.
They were giving them,
They do that every year.
yeah, but I
they
mean,
do that
this
every
year
year.
they had like a couple hundred pairs of shoes and hundreds of backpacks.
That's cool.
She did a lot. So, but anyways, those two ladies ran. And then so next time, and Mizell ran against Sam and won. So I think next time Duncan comes up, but she's.
How long is their term for, though?
Is it 4 years?
4 year term.
Okay.
And so every 2 years someone comes up. But
Okay.
someone starts having problems.
Yeah.
You can do a recall.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
If,
I think
if
that's
Amy
where
wants to talk to the people in Florida to tell her,
Tell
if the people in Florida are now controlling San Angelo, we can always say,
that would be sad.
That's not. I mean, she put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I talked to my friends in Florida.
Hell
This is
no.
what they said about
Fuck
it.
Florida. We're West Texas over here.
So
We're barely
you can
considered
always
Texas.
recall
Yeah.
if they're not doing what you want. And who should be standing up for Bowie than her? But she's already written it off.
Yeah.
So if you want to save Bowie,
That's because the chick's already cashed. Nah, I don't know.
let's recall Amy.
Who knows, right?
Damn, that's fucking nuts.
It just
Yeah,
depends on what the people want. Like I
Yeah.
said, right now, all I can do, and like I said, all I did was screenshot the report card and put it on there, and they're like, "You're Hitler." And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw
what?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anybody
How
anybody
could
that
you?
Yeah.
anybody that puts a spotlight on them,
They're like, "This
gonna
is
freak out.
misinformation. You're the I'm like, I literally screenshot it from TEA and posted it here,
It's public info.
and they're like, "Oh my God, you're the devil. You're the
You just shine the
Antichrist."
spotlight, though. That's
Man,
all
but
it
they
is.
they throw those words so much, man. They lost meaning. I don't even fucking Hitler, fascist, fucking whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you've thrown around so much, it's lost its meaning.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything anymore.
Not like it used to, yeah.
No, it's just for anything that's like, oh, you disagree with me, it's because you're a racist.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm over it, man. It's just
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're that fragile that a screenshot of the report card causes you to burn down and start running around in circles and chasing your tail, and then maybe I'm not the problem.
yeah.
Cuckoo. Maybe you need some medication.
Something that I do want to say, and it's way off of our topic right now, is so we're always like looking for new guests on, and something I thought about earlier was like, you know what? If anybody has somebody that they would like us to have on, hey, hit us up in the comments. That'd be cool. I do run through the comments here and there. I try not to read them, but if somebody actually made like a actual good suggestion, I would definitely take that into account.
No, absolutely, man. Because I mean, you never hear on the post. You always hear through people. I was like, man, he would be great having your podcast
Yes. Yeah.
because he's real outspoken, this and that, And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, great, have him reach out, and then it's
I mean, we came across Virgil. We didn't know you at all, and I'm glad to know you now. But it was just on social media. We would just see things that he would post and be like, man, he seems to know quite a bit, and I kind of agree with a lot of the things. And I'm like, we should have him on. You too. We were both like, yeah, we should have him on. Like that'd be great. It'd be great.
It's either crash or burn, and you don't put it out, or it works.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of the two.
I think it was your first episode gave us our first mean face, or angry face.
You got an angry face?
Yeah, if some lady was
Is
pissed.
it because of the stain that was on my shirt? Dude, I watched that episode, and it was like,
You couldn't stop looking at it.
it was like I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe
That's
there's
funny. No, she was
Has that
actually
ever
somebody
happened to
who.
you? You
Yeah,
watch it and
yeah.
you're like,
I'll have a stain on my
like,
hat.
I got the fucking sweat stain on my
Sweat stains. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was somebody who posted on some of your comments. She just left a fucking angry face, and I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Did you even listen to it?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably just because she knows who he is and she doesn't agree with him, so she was like angry face him.
So that's the one thing I don't understand about, and I think they've been able to hold the line and protect it for so long is the district. So in what other industry, like I'm Pacetti Plumbing, and I come to your house and I'm like, okay, I fixed your toilet. It's only going to work 70% of the time, and I leave. And then you go on Facebook and say, dude, he came and fixed my toilet and only worked 70% of the time. And someone goes, how could you? He's such a nice guy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I need my
I'm
toilet
like,
to work, all right?
But if you say anything about the district, like I said, okay, they're moving this principal. This principal went from an F school to administration, and now they're putting her back at an F school. Should we be concerned? How can you say that? She's such a nice lady. I said, I never said she wasn't a nice lady, but based on past performance,
Yeah.
should the parents be concerned? It's just a question.
Yeah.
I've never seen any, they will circle the wagons and just start freaking out because you said something about
One of their buddies.
Because, oh, and that's another one. Okay, well, there's this administrator. And they said, well, when she was my teacher 15 years ago, she was the greatest lady ever. I'm like, well, she's not teaching anymore. She's a manager now.
Yeah.
And based on the stats, not a very good one.
Yeah. And according by your comment, she wasn't very a good one back then either.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I mean, how dare... I'm like, it's the only industry that it's based on perception of we got to protect. We can't say anything negative. We can't ask questions.
But it's. I mean, you can. It's just people, man. People don't fucking. They don't get it. They get into their whole little. They get in their tribe.
Right.
So you don't say shit about anybody in my tribe or the people that I know. And I'm like, no, accountability has to be fucking.
Yeah.
Has to be sought after. I guess you could say. Because I'm like, if your buddy's not doing a good job, it's like kind of like the old field. It's because this is the way it's been in the old field. They're hiring their buddies, and their buddies don't know shit.
Right.
You know? So they take a fucking easy job and make it hard because they're out there fucking it up. Well, no one there is fucking calling this dude out because he's the supervisor's buddy. No, you have to be able to supervise her and say, hey, this guy sucks, man.
Right.
You know, he's not, I don't know why you put him in the position that he's in because he's not qualified to be here.
Right.
But it's the whole buddy system. But that shit needs to be called out. I call that shit out. Hey,
The oil
man,
field's all about that, though.
it's all about
It's
it.
all about that.
And you have to call that shit out. Hey, man, that guy don't know
call
shit.
Mr. George?
Fuck yeah. I'm like, hey, Mr. George, this guy don't know shit.
Are you sure? You
Yeah.
called Mr. George before.
I love that. I fucking love it.
He
Mr.
is
George.
no good operator.
Yeah, he's like, how much you pay him? That's too much.
That's too much.
That's too much.
I keep waiting for you don't know what the guy's name is, you know, the guy that calls Mr. George.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep waiting for him. You know what, Mr. George, you never listen to me. I'll call it ice. You don't worry. I get rid of this.
I'll take care of it.
I'll take care of it.
I will
Yeah.
take care of it. You stay home, Mr. George. I will take care of this. No good operator.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That, you know, you're right, though. That buddy system is real shit. That's been in place for many
But people get
years, like decades.
people get butthurt
upon
when you talk
decades.
about other people's friends, you know, or other people, and you shouldn't.
Well,
It's like,
especially if you got the guy hired on.
oh yeah,
They don't want to hear that their buddy is not doing good.
As a moron,
Yeah.
a doctor,
Yeah.
a moron.
Oh.
Ouch.
Hey,
Hey.
he could be a
it is-
doctor.
hey,
I don't
you're right.
know.
You're right. Just
I don't know, man.
all he knows is doctor shit. He doesn't know politics.
Yeah.
He's a fucking doctor. He knows medical stuff. The fuck's he doing in politics?
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. Fauci. We're getting pulled.
So
Well, if you want to talk about Dr. Moran,
Let's talk.
who's that?
that's the superintendent. You know, when you'll notice that when they film those things, if you ever go to one of those meetings, if y'all want to go do like a psychology thing, you know, you go and watch them. And when people up there spilling their guts and telling these little kids, he always has the same look on his face.
He's not even there, probably.
No, and
mentally, he's not even there.
when he came, you know, $325,000 guy, he didn't bring any coaches. He didn't bring any administrators. You know, usually when a high flyer comes in, they bring people.
Yes.
We're short 2 principals. We're short an HR director. He just ran off Cher Braden, the one that quit when he tried to force her to go to Fannin.
Yeah.
Matt Eskew just left. Shelly Huddison left. I mean, there's all these people left.
Isn't he one of the highest paid superintendents
He's in the top 4%.
in all of Texas?
Yeah, and
That
we're
is fucking crazy.
we're a 72, and we went up by statistically 1 point. They'll stay 2. He hasn't done anything, but if you watch him, he doesn't like make buddies with anybody. That's why Skelton left, the HR guy. They didn't click. He doesn't really click with anybody. He didn't bring anybody with him. He doesn't, and so he's kind of the textbook psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason he always has that look on his face and he never reacts to anything is because he doesn't feel. He's just hollow.
He's a sociopath.
He's a sociopath. Well, no, a sociopath and a psychopath, the only difference is the sociopath will then, it'll build up and they'll have these outbursts. A true psychopath is so empty that they're just always
Emotions never come in.
right. They don't have these outbursts, and so that's why he goes and gives his speeches. He'll sit at those meetings, and he's always like this with this look. And the reason they have that look, they don't have the inflections, is because they don't know how. So they just mimic what the other people are doing.
Oh, like
shit.
Dexter, bro.
Exactly.
Fuck. Okay.
It's a fucking.
He's in there talking to his dark passenger on it during
Dark.
the fucking meeting.
We got Dr. Dexter here.
I was gonna say lizard people, but I like Dexter better. Yeah,
Because how is someone he's the president of the school administrator or whatever, you know, they tout all these things, and he hasn't been able to bring in one person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He hasn't been able to say, hey guys, I got this position that just came up. I'm doing this whole thing where I'm gonna change it up. You know, we're gonna bring it from a 71 to a whatever. We just got all this bond money. We got our golden pennies. You know, I got all this. Come work with me and help me build this. And then when I'm gone in a couple years, you know what I mean?
I'll pass the torch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't brought in one person because nobody wants to work for him. He doesn't have those connections.
That tells you a lot right there.
Yeah,
I mean, even think like me and you, these two guys right here. Let's say y'all got an investor and hit it off, and you know what I do, and you're like, hey, you know, he's pretty cool. He's good with data. You'd call me up and be like, hey, man, we got this spot. We need someone that can come in. We know you know a little bit about pumping, a little bit about a pulling unit, but at least we know we can trust you and come on in. You know,
Yeah,
you're going to reach out to your peeps
Oh, I'm sorry.
and pull them in. He's never brought one person in a year and a half.
Yeah,
But
he ain't
he's
worth the
ran
fuck.
off a bunch.
He's ran everybody.
Yeah.
Then he's the problem.
Dr.
Right,
Dexter.
right off the top,
Sir,
that
sounds
guy's the
like
problem.
it.
That guy's the fucking problem. That's the way. If
But-
we're talking about my business and it's going like that, that guy's the fucking problem.
But him and Kingman are thick as thieves. They have their secret meetings every week.
Yeah, they're
They
fucking
talk.
saran
They,
wrap room.
they set the agenda. You can't get anything on the agenda unless it comes through one of those two. And nothing's going to change until
They're
either
gone.
one of them two, you got to break that.
Yeah.
And so unless you start putting the spotlight on them, you're just going to keep getting bad report cards, and they're going to just tell you, well, we're trying our best. We're doing this. Hey, look, something shiny over here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the kids at Bradford are drowning. They're going to shut San Jacinto down. They're going to take the kids at Reagan that, they ran them down into an F. They're going to send them to Bradford, and they said, hey, they don't care. They're going to make bad investments. We're going to save $700,000, but it takes 20 to get it, 20 million to get it.
Yeah.
They never told us the net payback on that.
Yeah.
That's because we didn't ask. They're
Well,
like,
even if-
we didn't tell you because you didn't ask.
Even if I put it out there, they'd say it's misinformation.
Yeah, they
you don't
would.
know what you're talking about.
Oh, what's the other one? Malinformation. The for information is correct, but it could hurt somebody.
Oh, well,
And I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Damn, that's fucking nuts, bro.
Dr. Dexter, dude.
Like it's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot to take in, especially fucking an hour and a half into this. And I'm just like, when we had you on before, and I'm just like, I go home and my wife's like, there's nothing you can do about it,
But see,
And I'm like, that's the fucking
that's how
that's
they
the
win.
mentality.
Goddamn problem.
That's
right?
how they win.
that's how
Yeah.
everybody fucking thinks in this town is like, well, what could my vote do? It's just me. It's like, that's the problem, is you think it's just you. But if you get enough of those people, it can become something.
Yeah, and those are the hardest ones because they're the hardest ones to convince. They still got to go to their fucking 9 to 5s or wherever the fuck they're doing. They still got to go to work. They can't make the goddamn meetings. You want them to come out and vote, and they're just like, well, I can't, man. I'm on overtime right now, or if I don't work at least this many hours, I can't pay my fucking electricity bill.
Yeah.
But it's these, if you did convince them, now you got to fucking make time for them, and even on top of that, the shit that comes up. And I think there's so many of them. If you could you're right. If you could go to door and get these guys and be like, I need you to come out and vote for me. I'm trying to do this. Look, take your goddamn, 30 minutes off. Be late to work. You don't have to take the day off. Tell your boss you're going to be late. Go in and vote. And I'm going to, try to make something happen. Try to make this fucking change. And how many of those? Like, I'm thinking, fuck. Let's say you talk to 100 people. 30 show up, maybe 20.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you get 10%.
Yeah, maybe.
Lucky.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because what was this last one? 17%.
Yeah, something like
It was sad.
And then it's just like,
but of that 17%, you had the district people that they were told to vote for it, and the Santa Rita hardcore and the Bentwood hardcore. So there was already, you know, built in.
Yeah, you couldn't fuck with that district anyways. Yeah, man, I don't know. See, where I'm at, I don't know who even runs that side.
Man, I don't know.
That's what I said. At some point, is Reagan where we draw the line, or do we? Lose
I would say
Reagan?
so. Yeah, I would
or do
say
we
so.
Just say, well,
I think
lose another
Reagan is
one.
where you draw the line. Like, this is it. This is it. All right,
We're not going to let you shove those kids into Bradford.
Yeah.
Have a protest. No Kingsmen.
No
Kingsmen.
Man.
No Kings, man. You ain't my king, man.
Kings, man.
Hell yeah, brother. You tell them.
Yeah, but then somebody will come out and be like, these fucking guys.
Well, you always get the opposition.
or,
Man. You get those guys.
What's your number? I mean, because here's the next scenario. What's your number? 12 million? Like, hey, man, y'all don't talk about this no more. Y'all leave this alone. Matter of fact, bring us on and this.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, you good with 6?
No, I said it's not even that because I'm like, at the end of the day, right? Let's just say it was 12. Let's say somebody came and offered me 15 million, right? Am I at this age? No, I wouldn't take it. Now you get me back in my 20s, fuck the 20. You know that's a lot of fucking money.
Case of Modella.
Yeah,
done.
dude, that's dumb, bro.
Done.
What?
Done deal. You brought some Modelo, let's do this.
Nowadays,
You're like, it's got gold on it.
yeah. Nowadays, I'm in my 40s, right? So it's weird. I developed this somewhat principle, you know, and I'm just like, no, you couldn't buy me.
You have morals now.
Yeah, I got some morals now. Now I got my kids, you know.
Is it contagious?
I fucking hope so. Some people need it.
Like, oh man, he's got the.
He's got the morals.
Guess I don't get too close to him. He turns down
He
money.
said
He turns out money.
He
Ooh.
said when he turned 40, he got it real bad.
He's like, ugh. Now he cries at movies. You know? But I mean, no, I wouldn't. I can tell you as of right now, no, I wouldn't. I mean, it'd have to be some astronomical number. Because I can't even begin to fathom, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, the city of San Angelo, people here, they're not going to pay me that much.
No,
They'd be like,
but you never know. Somebody might come out of the woodwork with some money and be like, listen, we need y'all to stop this.
The way it would happen would be like, they got $400 million. They'd be like, you know, hey, your roofing company can do this. Or, you know, it would be a couple 100,000. You know, you would get this sweetheart bid or whatever. But this town doesn't have that kind of big money.
If anything, we'll just make life really hard for you.
Yep.
You know,
They'll have the trolls. All the trolls will come after you.
Well, surprise, life's been hard, motherfucker. So.
Yeah, surprise. I used to hold the flashlight from my dad.
That's
You think
right.
you can hurt my feelings?
That's right. That's right.
And when I say flashlight, I mean a Zippo.
Oh, we just turned on
It's
the
burning.
Yeah.
Turn that off. I swear to God.
Need you to take that lighter on all the connections we just did. Make sure it
Ooh.
doesn't leak.
That's right. That's right.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid and then it like tattooed the striker on your hand?
Oh, yeah. You holding it too long?
Yeah, you're holding it too long.
Holding it way
You're
too
like,
long.
oh, no. You're holding that on an ice cube.
Oh, you're talking about like the Bics?
Yeah.
The bigs.
yeah. The whole fucking thing got hot. The whole
Yep.
silver part.
Surprised
Yeah.
that thing didn't blow up.
I had one blow up on me.
Did you really?
I did, man. And it pops like a fucking firework. It hurts.
Did it really?
Yeah, dude. I was. It blew my mind. It never happened after that. You know, I
You
used to
said
hold
he
it.
makes stuff up, like the chicken thing. Did you think the lighter blew up?
I look.
Were you chasing
Google
that
it,
chicken
bro.
when the lighter blew up, or is this?
Lakeview doesn't bring it out because it's your top secret. You know, they're like these guys
I'm
are
like, dude,
agile.
These guys are they're like ducking and weaving.
I'm like, that's why they can catch a ball with one hand because that chicken flies and it's like, ooh, you gotta palm that chicken.
I believe the lighter though, because man, it seemed like that motherfucker would blow up.
Oh, yeah.
It gets hot as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I was lying.
You do kind of look pyro-ish, though. You know?
Oh, I had a fucking problem with.
You were setting fires.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
were like staring at it. Oh.
I wish, man.
It's talking to me.
I wish it was I wish phones were available back when I was a
Thank
kid.
God they weren't.
You know, shit.
man. Because there was this great picture. Well, it would have been a great picture. We're in Mexico, man, and we're fucking trying to bring out these hogs and rabbits out of this fucking patch of grass, and it's probably about 2-3 acres, you know. And they go in there and they run into the cactus and stuff like that. We were at, it's desert, like but you got little, I guess you got
Like
patches
patches,
of desert where it's real grassy, and we of course Mexico, there's fucking plastic everywhere, you know. So we would start a little fire and there's little plastic bleach bottles, man, real tiny. And we'd get a stick and we'd sit there and we'd roll them. You know, we'd melt them on the fire and we would roll them. and then get this nice big old ball at the end of the stick. Well, as soon as you can make that little ball, right, what you would do is that you go on the, stick it in the fire and let it catch fire, and it would sit there and melt, and you would hear that the drops go zoop, zoop. Well, these bitches are on fire, and we would walk to the outside and turn, just light up this whole fucking patch of grass. While we were sitting there lighting this, everything on the whatever right, left side, whatever it was, the animals will start moving. Well, all my cousins and everybody else are on the other side of this patch waiting for them to come out. And you're sitting there just taking them out.
Hell yeah. With slingshots.
With slingshots, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. And then I remember this picture. I remember this, this image where everybody's standing and we look like Aboriginal kids, man. Fucking shoot. We're dirty because it's dirt, you know? You got fucking.
You're in the desert.
Yeah, you're sitting there trying to wipe boogers off and shit, and you're just muddy all over. And I was sitting there watching this, man. I'm like, man, we look like fucking Aboriginal kids lighting shit up to kill food, man. Mm-hmm. And we did, man. Like we would take all these rabbits and hogs. Right there. Fuck, bro, primal. I miss it. God, I miss it.
Yeah, because it brings something else out of you.
Oh, and it fucking does. It does, man. We would sit there, we'd chase these things down. Like sometimes you would hit a hog with the slingshot, and it was enough to daze him, but not enough for him to fucking take him down. Mm-hmm. But it was enough that he's like, you can see him and he's running and he's doing this shit, but at full speed. And you're seeing these fucking kids, bro. I'm talking about fucking 10, 11-year-olds running after this fucking hog. Everybody's like, you see him running. You're jumping over it because mesquites only get this big. Cactus, it all depends, right? So we're sitting there running, jumping over the shit. And, the guy in front, which is usually my cousin because he was the fastest one out of all of us, and he would dive like that, grab that fucking hog. He would go down, and everybody would have like string and shit. Take him down, you wrap that fucking foot, wrap the back foot, throw him over, and we're going back to town.
Like hog tying.
Oh, yeah.
Literal hog tying.
Literal hog tying. We're sitting there going, man, and it was probably about lunchtime. It was either lunch or, just depending on when we were out. We were always coming back with something, whether it be fucking 20 rabbits or a couple hogs, it was, or sometimes it was snakes.
Rabbits are the shit.
Fuck yeah, they're
Rabbits
good, man.
Are good.
And we sit there and we start a fire, and I remember one time we started a fire out there because we were up by the mountain. We had been like 7 miles down, away from the village. That's how far we made it. Well, my parents were like, hey, it's, go find the kids. I'm sure they haven't eaten all day, So they're sitting there, and it's like it's hard for me to explain how just desert. I mean, fuck, you can watch your dog run away for days out there, and you would see this fucking dirt coming, and it's because they're in the truck. They're coming to look for us.
Yeah,
right. And then it's easy to find us because we got smoke going. Well, fuck, we're cooking. Every time we left the little village that we were in, there was a fucking I either had salt and pepper in my back pocket. Because we're gonna go out there. Some food. Yeah, man. There was a fucking water that came out of the mountain.
Y'all are a dinner party,
bro. They showed up. They're like, oh damn, we came to get y'all to get something to eat, but it seems like y'all are just fine. They're like, yeah, there's plenty of rabbit. You want to sit down? Fuck, they sit down. My dad was, of course, my uncles. They always had fucking beer in their truck. We sat there, we would drink beer.
Hell yeah.
They would give us here's a bottle. We're sitting there drinking,
you can drink at 5.
Oh yeah, bro. There wasn't an age limit. And they're just like, well, fuck, here, you're cooking dinner. Here's a here's a carta blanca is what it was.
Yeah.
We sit there and drink it and shit, and they were finished eating, and they would take off back. Did anybody want to ride? Nah. We'll see y'all tonight.
We're surviving just fine.
Fuck yeah, dude. It was fucking great, man.
I never had hog like that in the wild, but rabbits, especially cottontail. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. There's nothing like it. Have you ever had just wild cottontail?
Mm-mm.
No, it's so good. It's so good.
It's tender. It's
very.
Fucking. Oh, it's.
We shot an emu and ate it.
Okay. I've heard those are really good. Emu.
The freaking leg was.
I bet.
Imagine big ass turkey leg, bro.
It was like.
Damn, that's crazy. I've had an egg, an emu egg. Emu egg.
Those are big eggs too. There was one time like in the early 90s where emus were really popular.
Well, that's how this one got there. It was after that bust.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they were just running wild, and one of them got like hung up in the fence. Damn. And it was still alive, but it was all messed. It's like broke its leg.
Put him down, yeah.
So we were like, well, we didn't eat the leg that was broken. We ate the other leg.
Yeah.
And
well, that's enough to feed how many people, man?
Dude,
that's a big ass leg.
It's a goddamn ostrich running around. Might as well be an ostrich.
So
fucking raptors.
We didn't mess with all the rest of the stuff. We just butchered it.
Yeah.
Just took the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that dark meat, that white meat. that chest meat. I'm sure it wasn't good. Fucking dry, probably.
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, man. But the amount of shit we were out there killing, man. I ran into my grandmother. She was out there and she was cooking a snake. My great grandmother. She was over 100 years old, man. And she was out there. She had a chicken with her everywhere she went. Every morning she would have an egg.
Hey, man, you can't go. Hey, that's the way to do it right there.
And sometimes you would catch her because she wouldn't sleep in a bed.
No.
You know, no, she always slept in the corner of her room. You know, whether it be inside or outside. Sometimes we'd run into her and she's out in the desert. Like she was Indian through and through.
Yeah.
You know, and I came across her one day, man. She's like, you know, hey, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, just having my breakfast. She'd have her fucking eggs and she had a fucking snake that was she had peeled.
Damn it.
Well, she had that bitch over a fire, man. She's like, she cut up the snake in little pieces and shit. She gave us some, and then the rest of it, you know, she finished cooking, and put back in her bag. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this is cool shit.
It doesn't get no better than that.
No, man. I couldn't even explain to my kids because my kids were like, so y'all don't have any Wi-Fi? And I'm like, no, we didn't have any Wi-Fi. We didn't have any fucking phones. Like, she's like, when do y'all know when to come home? I was like, when the fucking street lights came on. That's when you came home. What if you didn't come home? I was like, well, then you're... Yeah, getting your ass beat. I was like, the thing about it is
that was the worst, hearing your mom yelling your name. And you're like,
oh, fuck, yeah.
Shit.
Even if you're afar, it's like the wind would carry, and you're like,
no.
It was like the walk of shame.
I better go.
I gotta go.
My kids are like, oh, you yelled at me. Like, they get emotionally hurt. I was like, I used to get a fucking extension cord. Like, the closest thing they could find to fucking hit me.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. Whether, God, heaven forbid, it was a fucking rock.
That'd been messed up if your grandma beat you with the snake and then ate it. She was tenderizing it. She's like, oh, this one's going to be good because it's all tenderized.
Oh, fuck, man. I you know, the little bit I talked to her, I do miss her, man. I don't know when she was. Early 1900s had to have been, right?
I mean, how old were you then?
10, 11?
10, and she was 100 years old?
Yeah, she was over 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
God.
She ended up passing. I think she was 115 when she finally passed.
Dude.
No, I'm not. I am not kidding you, man.
I believe
I'm
it.
gonna let you take this one. Yay or nay? Cap or no cap?
Oh, I believe
115.
it. I totally believe it because the way she was living was just natural.
Primal.
Yeah.
Primal. Didn't have any, like, she wouldn't drink Coke.
No diabetes. No
like
heart
that,
problems.
She did the smartest thing. You have a chicken, an egg laying hen. You don't kill the hen. You just eat the egg that it lays every day. You're guaranteed an egg every day.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have breakfast every day.
Both my grandparents, they passed away in their late 80s.
That's not a bad life at all.
No, fuck no. It was great. Like, you had to have been there, right? Like, nowadays, these fucking stores are so filled with fucking junk.
Oh yeah.
Even in Mexico.
Everything has, like, if you look at the ingredients, everything, you can't even pronounce half the shit on the ingredients.
Yeah, like, they won't, like, their daily fucking meal when I was there, dude, was beans and rice. That was the daily.
Yeah.
You know, you're not making other shit, you know, but nowadays it's like, oh, they're making hamburgers over here, or we're going to go get fucking chips and put fucking hot sauce and.
We're going to get soy burgers.
Oh, don't do that. That's just gross.
Beans, what does it do with beans? It's just way high protein or what? Beans, because beans is like the staple of a lot of
beans
diets.
and fiber.
Okay.
Protein and fiber, right?
Protein and fiber. Does that say beans and fiber?
Beans and fiber.
I say beans and fiber. Yeah, protein and fiber.
Protein and fiber. So, but they're high content, right?
Yeah, they're high content. Man, they're fucking great for you. There's some people that would disagree on some parts.
Beans is like a staple.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's always beans. But it's got to be like, hey, man, because there's a lot of goddamn benefit to eating beans all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's cheap. Like, if we weren't eating beans, we were eating rice. And, a fucking chicken that wasn't acting right. Hey, we got.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're done. You're done, son. Which is another one. Like, hey, go get us the chicken. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, go outside. We were young, man, like 8, 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
And this is the first time I was like, y'all go to the back. We're gonna need 2 chickens. And I'm like, what the fuck, all right. All right. So we're gonna catch these motherfuckers, right? We're gonna corner them. My older cousin comes out, man. He's just like, just fucking grab the bitch by the head, twist and pull. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? It was like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about, So he goes out there, and I'm sitting there watching. I was like, all right, I'm gonna want to watch you do this. And he walks up to the chicken, because the chickens, if you don't scare them, they're not running off.
Yeah.
He would get like that, and he reached down, grabbed that chicken by the head, picked it up, did this fucking wrist snap. Next thing you know, I'm watching a fucking chicken headless running around.
Hell yeah.
While he's grabbing the other one, did the same thing. And real quick, man, fucking.
I mean, you do it enough times, they don't take.
Oh
they don't take
yeah,
nothing,
and
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck did we just do here? It's like that was the coolest. That was the coolest and the creepiest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, it just
Well, there's something to that. I think
Yeah.
there's something to that. Something about getting back to actual natural like food. You know, like everybody's like so used to going to the grocery store. How would you go hunt something?
yeah.
Bring you something home like this.
Yeah,
See the
when you come
difference
to-
there, you know.
But we've been so fucking desensitized, man. Like we went to Sam's, right, and got these fucking chickens, the chicken legs, you know, that's already pre-cooked. And you sit there looking and we're like, that's a big fucking chicken leg.
That's not.
And I'm like, yeah, I was like, that's not
natural.
normal.
They're
Yeah,
all,
it's
they're
not
all
natural.
roided up.
Yeah.
It's not natural.
And I'm like, what the? Because I picked this motherfucker up like that, and the drumstick, and it looks like a turkey leg, but it's a fucking chicken leg.
oh yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, what is this poor thing could not? There's no way it was walking around.
Nah.
You know, I'm like,
It was confined to a cage its entire life. I told you one time I was putting gas at a gas station, and this 18-wheeler pulls up to the diesel tanks, and I'm looking. His entire trailer was stacked 8 feet tall, maybe even 10 foot tall, and it's chicken cages all the way up, and it's just loaded with chickens. They're going to slaughter. I mean, just a fuck ton of goddamn chickens, and they're just going to slaughter. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And that's probably how they lived their whole life, was in that cage.
Yeah.
They probably never been outside
when you
of that
come to
cage.
find out, man, that those what they call meat chickens, and they're not even a year old when they go to slaughter.
Really, I didn't know that.
They grow so fast, man. Like they're genetically, I guess, cross genetically made to where the point where they're born and they just fucking blow up. Like they get so big.
So they're genetically modified then.
Yeah.
They got to be.
Yeah, the fucking like some of these chickens don't even you can't get up and walk. Like if they're not in the cage, they would literally drown.
Wow.
Because they were just they would literally kill themselves.
That's crazy.
You know, I'm like, wow, that's a fucking sad life. The only thing they got to do is go down in this fucking trough that brings fucking water and the food. And they're
it.
picking at it. That's it.
That's
all
their
they do.
life. And then they get slaughtered.
I was mind blown when I was seeing this shit. I was like, because for the longest time I was like, what's a fucking egg laying hen and a meat chicken? Like, what's the difference? Chicken's chicken, right?
No.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fucking meat chickens don't even get old enough to lay eggs.
Damn.
They're slaughtered before they get there.
Just for the meat.
Just for the meat, just big old fucking meat birds.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Virgil, man, I know we kind of went on it was good. Thank you for coming on, man.
No, thanks for having me.
I hope the whiskey was
Good
good.
show.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I thought so.
I wish the fucking this phentermine would have fucking kicked up all day. Cause
Is it helping you? Are you losing any weight?
I admit I've lost 6 pounds.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's doing something.
Like
for
right
you.
now, I'm fucking sweating and it's hot. Is it hot in here?
No.
I'm
It
burning
feels-
the
it feels
fuck
good
up,
to
man.
me.
Like I'm sweating in regions that I didn't know I could sweat. You know, I got a little swamp area.
Little swamp area going.
I'm just like, man, it's just like, God, why am I so fucking like I'm hot? You know.
Yeah, it's in your system.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working.
working.
It's doing its thing.
But
Oh, it's burning the fat.
It's burning the
Yeah.
fat. There you
Sweating
go.
out that fat.
yeah, but it has like a little meth, or
Okay.
feeling to it. You know.
All right, okay.
I only know, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But it's got a nice little pick me up, which was funny because the first time that I took it, I was like, I popped it right, and I was like, God damn it! I'm like, bing! I'm like, eyes are open. I'm talking to my wife at the wedding that we went to, the wedding anniversary, and she's like, "How you feeling?" I was like, "I'm feeling great. Everything's great. I'm a little hot right now, but she's like, yeah, you're a lot right now."
You're a 10. We need to be
Yeah,
like,
we need to bring yourself
About
back
a
down
6.
here, I was like, maybe I'll get me a drink. And I was like, I don't think you should be drinking alcohol while you're taking this stuff,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, all right, cool. So the next morning, I'm going to take another one. And I happen to look at it and pick it up. I'm like, man, when I first started taking these a few years back, they were 15 milligram. I was taking 37 milligrams.
God.
I was like, bro, I can't do that.
You're taking the hero dose.
Oh, yeah, bro. Like you would feel it just.
Oh,
Like you could feel, I'm
jeez.
like, God damn, man. I was like, I feel great. I actually got out and did my job. I got out and I'm sitting there color cutting. I'm shooting fluid levels.
Yeah.
I'm fucking throwing dirt, greasing the unit.
Got your graduated cylinder, checking
Fuck
cuts.
yeah.
and where's
I'm like a
this-
scientist
where's
out
this
there. I'm
at?
like, all right.
Which is actually what we're supposed to be doing. But.
Yeah, but no. That shit. Yeah. But anyways, I can sit there and talk about that fucking lease all day because I don't understand it.
Virgil, you got anything you want to throw in?
No, you know, it's maybe we can get something going. Maybe we can't. I'm just gonna keep putting it out there.
Yeah.
And if you
keep doing the good work, man.
Yeah, you're doing great. You are.
I love it.
The information.
haters are gonna hate.
Yeah,
and,
the
know.
memes you send me to the page, man. I think I think we have the same fucking sense of humor. I think it's fucking hilarious, man. Like it's not something I could sit there and post on.
No,
like you can post.
It's just between
yeah. But if you're fucking hilarious, man.
I go and I check them out too because I have access to, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy gets me. But hey guys, remember we got a knife to give away.
Oh yeah, here you want to.
So
the first like, is that what it is?
Actually, we're gonna talk about it here in a minute. After the, because I wanted to be further in. We got a certain amount of likes.
That's a
I was
Damascus
thinking
blade.
1 week after the show, you'll take all the likes and just randomly pick one.
That's actually
That sounds like a good idea.
That's a better idea.
You got 1 week to give a thumbs up.
Yeah,
You're either in or you're out.
I'll
One
do
of the
this
two.
the swipe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'll do like a little combination thing.
Yep.
Whichever one it falls on, man, we'll reach out, give it a fucking
And
works.
if you,
walk over the blade.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
They can go hog hunting with it.
Hey man, you can skin something with that. It's a Damascus blade. As long as you got a sharpener with it, you can skin anything.
Yep.
Fucking A. Well, deer season's coming, so.
Deer season's coming up. Ooh, I'm ready.
Fuck, me too.
I'm not actually. I might have to go somewhere else and hunt.
Yeah,
Shit.
but we'll figure it out. Shit. Hey guys, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
What to do?
What to do?